Hi everybody, Matt back with you. Hope you're okay. Well, July's been a little bit of a washout, hasn't it, so far? So today I've come somewhere that never disappoints. It's a location I return to each year, and for those of you who watch purely for my graffiti videos, which I know some of you do, not that I do the graffiti, it's places full of graffiti, this route is probably quite familiar. So to reach our destination today, we have to walk down the Walter Clough Valley, and we head down what seems like a long tunnel of trees. This is known as the Magna Via, or the Dark Lane, and it's the original route from Wakefield to Halifax. And so this is an ancient historic road which has apparently kind of been untouched for centuries, which is how the trees have ended up reaching over and grabbing onto each other. It's quite an interesting experience walking down it, and not unlike many other things, we have covered it on a separate video. So we're heading towards, obviously, the Halifax Graffiti village, which you can find between Shiben and Southowram. And this container is certainly not the only thing you're going to find here. It's just a prelude to what's to come. So what can be better, walking past dark lanes, woodland, and then suddenly, in the middle of nowhere, finding this. And this is just the start of what's here. Okay folks, welcome to Allan Brickworks in Halifax. This is a huge factory complex of what was a brickworks in the early part of the 20th century. Closed about 1960, but here they made glazed bricks that were almost impossible to destroy by fire. So they kind of got the edge on the competition, if you like, at the time. On bricks, and they were sold all over the world. In the last few decades, though, it's become known as the Graffiti Village because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Nobody can do anything with it, despite occasional planning permission to come and bulldoze it and build hundreds of houses. So what happens is graffiti artists come here and they display their work. So this is a bit like a huge outdoor art gallery of people's artwork, tags and graffiti. Now the reason I come every year is not because I just love the place, it's to see that change in graffiti. So there is a previous video from last year and there's some pictures from 2 years ago that, if I remember, I'll stick on. But let's have a look around. Not a lot of history I can tell you here, really, that I haven't told you before. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this. It's probably going to be more music on top rather than me speaking. But let's see what's here. So in amongst the buildings you do find the remains of the past, including this, for example. This looks like a huge former crushing machine, doesn't it? You can imagine things being thrown in there, and this may have moved perhaps and crushed things, but not sure. Which way to go first? That way. So obviously the artwork is in amongst between. You find more tags than art. But hopefully we will find some decent stuff. And again, look at this piece. Oh my god. Not usually jumpy. See, again, evidence of the past. Also evidence of fire. Don't think I'm going to walk across there today. Previous artwork, which has now been covered up by other things. Imagine the one that's underneath covered the full block. Now that's very familiar. See that one over Hebden? I think the artist of that is in Mythermroyd. Names of graffiti artists. If you see your own work here, do feel free to let me know, tag yourself in this video or whatever you want to do. It's all far better than anything I could do, so it's only praise. And if you've watched my videos, you'll see all across the UK. I've been to different places, Sheffield, most recently I think, to another valley named Loxley Valley, which was another massive complex of graffiti. But yeah, can you tell I love it here? I think you probably can. I think this is the biggest building. We've just been in that bit there. Since my first visit, it's had this alien sign on it, so that's never changed. I don't know how they managed to reach things at the top. Before we go further into the complex, let's just check the outside of here, see if we've missed anything. I'm not bursting through nettles today. This is the bottom end of where I think this is a crushing machine, which you can see there. It's just around the side. The fact there's still the frames in the window. Okay. And just on the building ahead of me here, there's that's quite a familiar face, bottom left. You see that in Mythermroyd quite a lot as well. Head in there in a minute. Often there is something good on this wall here. Oh wow, it's still the same one. This one's been here for ages. Right, what do you think of it so far? If you've never been here before, how many of you are thinking, I need to visit? Right, next building. There he is. Much to see in this one. Unfortunately I don't have my torch today, so this is a bit of a off the cuff visit. So yeah, okay. What we do know we can do is head upstairs. Or should we head downstairs first? Let's see what's here. What can we see? Nothing, I don't think. Best not risk it. Okay, nothing to see in here. Another piece of the past there. Let's head up here. Well, it never fails to impress this place at all. What we might do a little bit later on is, once we finish with the graffiti, see if I can actually find you a single brick that might say Allan Brickworks or Halifax on it. Kind of doubt after all this time there'll be any left, but it'd be good to find one. Obviously there's bricks everywhere, it's all built with brick. Yeah, let's see if we can spot one somewhere amongst the wreckage. Okay, heading into the next part, and this really is where you start to feel that you must be on a movie set of some kind, because it just looks like we've had a zombie plague and the years have passed and this is what's left. I suppose it's a bit like something like 28 Days Later. Might just might be my imagination, that. There's so much of it, I'm just never sure which way to go. What does amaze me is when I seem to visit here, there's never anybody here, but obviously must have been people here for all this graffiti to be done and changing. Maybe it's a weekend thing. More steps. Okay. Well. See down onto it there, but we can also, obviously, not in the best place just here. I won't go any any further than that. Let's try and... tempting, but not as I'm on my own today. I guess my next question would be, does anybody survive today who worked here? Again, the info I've got is that this place closed in 1960, so potentially not, unless you were very young when you worked here. I'd love to know if you did. There also seems to be a very lack of any photographs of what it looked like in use, I suppose. So I suppose people didn't really take photographs of workplaces back then, but it would be good to see some. But all I can find are pictures of what it looks like now. But again, we've got all this evidence of past machinery. And here is quite interesting as well. I think these are like some old furnaces or kilns. I wonder if that's maybe how they tested the bricks. See if they were strong enough. A bit demolished now though. Buildings that are just behind me here look a bit different to some of the others. I think these might have been offices. Let's see if we can get in. Of course we can. Well, I'm saying of course we can. Maybe not. Okay, perhaps we can get up here. Nice fireplace here. Try this way first. See that again, evidence of fire. I was just tempted to say let's not bother, but actually guarantee if we don't bother we'll miss something. Or not. Again. Bathrooms. See if we can just get across into here. Let's just have a look. Whew. There we go, it's a wonderful fireplace. Oh well, look at this. Former shelving. It's been left to the elements and rotted away. Definitely an old office, isn't it? Touching the night. If I had to pick my favourite style of graffiti from everything, it's kind of silly things like this. I apologise if this is your work, I'm not calling it silly, but simple black and white sketches that amuse me. Just love it. What's been your favourite so far? More buildings. Wow. Skeletor. Definitely a contender for favourite so far. You know, Skeletor has appeared in my videos before. A long time ago. What I've noticed as I've walked around is all the other bricks that are here that have different names on. I can't see one for Allan Brickworks as I expected, so they're obviously quite rare, but there are some others. I'll show you what they are. So this spot in particular, for example, Birkby in Wyke. Turn some over, you might see some others. Oh, what's that one say? Milner, Rushworth, yeah, a few with that name on. Adwalton. But yeah, so far, none of Halifax. Basically, you get huge piles of stones and bricks. So eventually you'll find one, I'm sure you'll find one. But look in here again, evidence of past shelving. And this one, just the jungle frog. Let's see if we can see anything on the back of here. Oh wow. I'll be honest, I've never been to this bit. This is new for me. However, I don't think there's anything different really to see. A few tags. No, it was worth it. Look, a Halifax brick. Yay! Right, now we've found our brick. Well, it doesn't say Allan Brickworks. Let's carry on. Toilets. Is that me? Right, let's head back into this one here. Been in there. Actually, a quick sneak peek of this one first. I don't think we need to head back this way. Okay. Amazingly, the trapdoor artwork has finally gone. It's been there all the times I've visited in the past. This area here, I think, could have been a car park. It could have been cleared of other buildings. There's just a few containers here now. Somewhere there's a chimney.
Not too sure where. We'll see if we can find it to finish the video on. Bit distracted there, wasn't I? Let's crack on in here. Oh wow, look at that. That is amazing. Okay, this may be a new contender for favourite piece. That's extraordinary. Yep, these are good. So just to give you a perspective of how big this one is. Get distracted by the artwork. It's sometimes easy to forget about the history until you walk across things like that. I mean, what on earth is that? Oh, the artwork in this bit is just tremendous. Look at that. Wow. This one. Very impressive. Ooh, fresh in here. I think that's from this weekend. I am, as you imagine. No. And what I should have pointed out before I started today is that obviously spanning around the walls of this graffiti, potentially there could be language that offends. If there has been some so far, or if there's still some to come, I do apologise. It's just part of the experience of filming this. I don't think there's been anything horrible. There's been some swear words. Yeah, this particular spot is my favourite so far. Still very impressed with this one. So far, I'm not sure it's going to be beaten today. The nature of graffiti, and certainly a place like this, is anybody can come along and paint wherever they like. So, you know, it's temporary artwork, it won't be here for long. So basically, you're going to see something like this, you're just going to have to come and visit. Could be gone by the weekend, who knows? Will I find one that I prefer? I don't know if I will today. A little bit left to go. Good effort. These are obviously old showers, just here, I imagine, going off what's on the base of them. I think at one point there were still hooks on the wall, but yeah, gone. Okay, next. See what's in the building underneath where we've just been, the floor underneath. Okay, this one's a bit dark. Can't see much in here. Look at this, you can see room after room.
So I think there's just a few little buildings left, well not little, big buildings left here just to look at. Then we're pretty much done. So apologise if this hasn't been of interest to you. Obviously it's perhaps aimed at a specific market. But I know, as I said earlier, I know there are people who specifically watch my videos where I come and find graffiti and tell me to go and find more. But as this, like I said, as this one always changes, it's good to do a revisit. There are bits you see and you think, how can I get up there? In my head I was thinking we'd just finished. There's just a few here at the top left to see. A few smaller buildings. Sadly some we can't see in as they've overgrown. We do have Captain Pugwash. Look at what's here. Yay! Allan Brickworks. Finally. So there we go, just as we are about to head to our last corner, a proper Allan Brickworks brick, and we can see that glazing on it. It doesn't feel like a normal brick at all. Amazing, there's one still here. Fantastic find. So we're now pretty much back in the first building where that crushing machine was, if that's what it is. There's a lot of the past here. Look at this former door that would probably have slid on, closed shut. Workings above us here. All this old equipment on the wall. I think it's pretty much everything to show you here. Or is it? Well, let's finish down the darkest, creepiest place, shall we? Well, look at these. Okay. Once again, back of the crushing machine.
Somebody's going to tell me that's not what it is. I'm not going to change the video for it though. Okay folks, that is our 2023 visit to Allan Brickworks in Halifax. I hope you've enjoyed it, and obviously a bit of it's quite samey, just looking around at buildings covered in graffiti. But we set ourselves a challenge with finding that brick, which we did, which is great. I've never seen one before here. So until 2024, who's going to take up the challenge to make the best piece of graffiti that I can find this time next year? Will it be you? We'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye for now. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget, like I mentioned, you can find last year's visit amongst my channel, where you can see what different artworks were about then and what things were different. My previous visits here were photographs only. Look how young I look. But do like, share, subscribe if this has been your kind of video, and have a search through my channel, Matt Parks 08. There are lots of graffiti videos from Halifax, Bradford, Manchester, Sheffield and beyond. Take care guys, see you soon.